Good morning. Welcome to the third game of the weekend. It's your Pittsburgh Penguins against the St. Louis Blues. Your first broadcast this weekend. Penguins are 2-0. Beat Fox Motors 4-2 on Friday. Yesterday was a battle. Penalties. Mostly on Toronto. So Penguins were with Victoria 7-1 over the Toronto Marlboros. Game got chippy at the end. I think there was about a dozen penalties in the third period, all on Toronto. Nobody left. Two injured. A couple kids banged up, but they're good for the game. We're going to start this period with 17 minutes on the clock. And our goaltender is Guinness. After Hyde and Star on the backside, and Paris, Ost, and Rio. All right, here we go. Ost loses the draw, but Blues work at D to D, up to Mueller. After Hyde picks it off. Five chipping it in. Comes back to the D zone. After Hyde's going to pick it up, working the reel in the middle. Throws it off the boards. Harris picks it up. He's got a little bit of a chance. He gets hooked up. Harris checked from behind, knocked over. Lacoste could have fired in. He's going to. The Penguins are going to make a D-line change. Osh chips it back in. Dumps to Reel. Osh is going to have it. Reel shot save made. A fortunate bounce for Reel. Blues come in. Fired around. They miss. Harris is still out there. It's a big body. Check in. The big rig. Frannis works it up to Bostic. Cross ice to Paris. It's going to be out of his reach. He needs a change. Penguins make a full line change. Bostic out. Lella gets a stick on it. It was tipped. Julius going to have it. Julius around the net. Soft little pass over to Gostick. Penguins exit the zone. Outside. Penguins. That is Kaddish. That is a play. Zone face off. Penguins win it to Julius. Well, he fires it in, but goes right to the defender. Perfect cross ice. Shaddis chips it over to Gostick. Gostick enters his zone. Tries to work at the Shaddis. It just rolls right on the net. Foley just holds on to it. Take another line change. Full line change. All five guys. Everybody's dealing with the time changes. Screws everyone up. St. Louis looking. Trying to work it through the middle. I mean, icing call's going to be out of the reach of Star. A little slow, a little choppy this morning. I'd like to see the Penguins get in some rhythm, some D zone. Play, exit the puck, get in the offensive zone, and make some plays. Osh. And he loses it. St. Louis picks it up, throws it off the glass. Right to Opterheide. Holt's going to be the one to hold 2 goals yesterday. Almost knotted up a hat trick. Opterheide tries to make a play. Gets picked off by Heller. Heller goes wide. Star gets a stick on him. Penguins do a good job of tying up sticks on the way. Star hands it up to Opterheide. And it's going to be a tripping call on Star. Kind of looked like he just fell over Star's stick, but Price is standing right there. Penguins on a first penalty kill. Zima Bay is going to come out with Lavrov, Franis, and Kelly. Kelly nicely rims that puck, exits the zone. Arnold, the goaltender, Lavrov steals the puck. He's getting hooked up. That's the issue I have. There's one official. One official can only watch the play. So had the other officials seen that, I think he's getting it. He's getting it. Kelly fires it down. Because Lavrov absolutely had his stick hooked up. He reads it. Tries to work it in the middle. It just jumps back to Franis. Franis just going to pound it back in, and Penguins are going to make a line change on the backside. Golias and Villela jump out. Rio and Lavrov. St. Louis has 1:10. Golias kicks it out. St. Louis stops on it, works cross ice. Give it to the defender. They play a little catch. Back down low. Cross ice. That's a goal score. Penguins unsuccessful on that penalty kill. St. Louis just found that soft area. Winger was out far playing the point man. Ran a little give and go. Guinness really didn't have a chance at that one. Harris loses it. Picked up. Miller. Harris works it off the wall to Lacoste. Bill cuts in the middle. It jumps off of his stick. Harris going to pick it up at speed. Oh, a little too much. Franis just throws somebody over. And it could be an icing call. Franis getting cross-checked right in front of us. And Steer's going to get a cross-checking call. Penguins will be on a power play. That was good composure by Franis. He's getting beat up on the ice. Kept his cool. Didn't retaliate. And now the Penguins are on a power play. I mean, that's really how you do it. Penguins power play unit jump out. Get the face-off in the neutral zone here. Going to be Ofterheiden's reel on the backside. Paris, Gostick, and Lacoste. Gostick's going to pick it up. Gostick comes in, shot at shoulder side. Just out of the redraw line. Reel enters the zone, wide, around the net. Looks at the pairs. Cross ice, but that's going to be out of the reach of Ofterheide. And St. Louis just chops it back the middle. It's kicked. Ofterheide carries through the zone, hands it up to Reel. Reel pulls up, going to set up, hands it to Ofterheide. Hyde pulls out of it, go in the corner, working to Gostick down low, over to Lacoste. Ayers, cross ice to Ofterheide. Shot on net, that doesn't make it through. Reel has it, another shot, good save. Haas works it out to Ofterheide, over to Paris. Paris tried working it to Gostick, but hit a skate. St. Louis is going to chip it to D-zone. Ofterheide blows the tire, but fortunately, that puck rolls right onto McGinnis. D-zone draw. Penguins win it. Kelly's going to pick it up behind the net. Kelly's going to work it up to Emba. Emba goes cross ice over to Lavrov. Penguins second power play unit out. Hands it to Shadish. He tries to work it to Emba, just out of his reach. Kelly's going to regroup. Kelly over to Zumabe. Cross ice to Emba. Gates in, pulls up in the corner. Shadish works it to Lavrov. Lavrov cuts wide, goes cross ice over to Zumabe, and that's out of his reach. Kelly at the top of the circle. Back over to Zumabe. Okay, down low to Emba. Working across ice to Lavrov. Kelly has it. Kelly in a shooting lane. Shot. Good save made. Rebound. And the goaltender has it under his glove. Power play is over. Penguins had some good opportunities but couldn't score. They're going to bring the faceoff outside the zone, but assuming because one of the Penguins defensemen entered in the little scrum hold. McFall and Greenspan. St. Louis hands it over. They hand it back to Greenspan. He tries to work it down to Hold. Nice little reverse body check out by Hold. They work it up the zone. Goes to Julius. He puts it back into the corner to Greenspan. He cycles it down low to McFall. Shift by these boys. Greenspan's going to be the first one on the forecheck. The throw across the middle. Going to be Steer. And that's out of their reach. Mueller has it. He has it on his backhand. I think Paul's going to pick it up. Going to leave it for Greenspan. Shot. That goes wide. Paul gets hit behind. Greenspan there by himself. 1-on-3. Paul has it. Tries to work it low. St. Louis exits the zone. Boer's going to dump it back in. Julius can't get off. Ofterheide jumps on. Ofterheide leaves it for Julius. Back around to Ofterheide. Up the wall. Greenspan. Just going to exit the zone himself. He's going to skate it in. To the blue line. Puts it in. He's going to chase himself. Starr keeps it in. Back to the corner. Harris is going to be on the forecheck. The Blues just work it back to center. Harris with a good stick lift. He's 1-on-3. Lacoste can't handle it. Ofterheide with a good stick. Works it up to Lacoste. Slides it over to Real on his backhand. He goes to his forehand. Real. Oh, he can't get a shot off. If he does, it gets blocked. And St. Louis is just going to ice the puck. The Penguins have had a little bit of the better play in the last minute or two after that power play. If you're just joining us, Penguins down 1-0 on a penalty power play goal. We're going to have an offensive zone draw. Harris. Sends it to Real. Real over to Starr. Pulls it up. It gets tipped by Lacoste, but that goes wide. Harris in the corner by himself. He needs some help. Work it back into the corner, and they chase. Harrison works a D to D. Up the wall. Harris slows his man down. Good job by Ofterheide to slow down. It's not offside. He chips it in the corner. The ice is tilted a bit here. Penguins have a little bit of advantage now because they get a goal. Harris is looking. Works it to Starr at the top. Penguins shoot it on net. That goes wide. Harris behind the net gets a stick tangled up. Leaves it for Ofterheide. They switch. Ofterheide tries going across ice to Lacoste. Good zone time here. This is what I was talking about. Penguins need to start wearing some teams down with some zone time. St. Louis is able to exit the zone. They go far side back. Well, I don't know how that went in. I couldn't see how that puck actually went in. Did one of our own players tip that in? Hard to see. Penguins go down 2-0. Still a lot of game left. 10-10 left in the period. Badish. Works it up. Gostik's going to pick it up. Gostik pulls up, looks, throws one wide. Frannis is going to jump in. He's going to put around the McFall. He gets hit behind. Him and Shadish work. Frannis jumps in, but Gostik's going to keep it back in. Penguins start off where they left off. Kelly pinches. Good job by Gostik to cover the D spots. A 3-on-2 going the other way, but Pennington can't hold on to that puck. And Rack. MJ's chasing. All three Penguins on the puck right now. Lela smartly puts a little stick on it. The Penguins try to work it deep, but they can't. Before it goes cross ice, it just jumps to Gostik. Gostik on his backhand. Tries to hit McFall, and he can't. Julius behind the net. Works the other direction. Works it up to McFall. Oh, goes cross ice. That gets picked off. And McFall makes up for his mistake and comes back and steals that puck back. All the way around to Gostik. Gostik can't get it out. They fire it back in. He plays a little soccer. McFall can't exit the zone either. On Julius. Works it over. Good save made. And hard shot. That goes wide. Another shot goes around the other side, but McFall gets mushed into the boards, but gets the puck out. He knew he was going to get hit hard. He made the play to get the puck out. The Penguins a little bit on their heels for the last 30 or 40 seconds. Had a couple opportunities to exit the zone. And that all too dangerous turnover at the blue line almost proves to be fatal. Blues win the draw, but it jumps over to defenseman Stick. He has to regroup. Work it up to Wang. Baz puts a little shoulder into him. Lavrov works it to Zumabay. He cuts wide. Zumabay on his backhand. Forehand, good save made. Shot. Ofterheit throws it back on net. And a St. Louis goaltender gobbles that one up. Penguins with a quick transition into the offensive zone. Had a couple cracks at it. Couldn't beat the goaltender. Zumabay takes it. St. Louis wins it. Blues work it off the wall to Gula. Tries to work it back in the middle. Lavrov picks up that puck. Lavrov wheels. Goes wide. Draws a puck on a stick. He gets it poked off, but he's able to regain possession. Oh, tries to work it out to Zumabay, and that gets stick on that. Blues work it back the other direction. Emda's going to chase. They throw it cross ice. Ofterheit's going to chop it up, and Lavrov's just going to chip it in. He's going to chase. Lavrov tries to get body position. All scrum here. St. Louis chops it out. Kelly fires at the net. That gets blocked. Emba does a good job of keeping it in. Works it down low to Lavrov. Lavrov, hard shot. Almost caught him short-sided. Emba up to Frannis. Frannis, big shot, but that goes wide. Penguins good shift here. The Blues are going to first direction. They like to go real cross ice. They're going to throw it up the wall near side to Gula. He can't exit the zone. Frannis tries to exit. Throws it off the defender. Kelly's going to pick it back up. He's going to work it to Frannis. Old unable to hold on to it. Greenspan has it. Looking. Throws it cross ice. Just jumps on a Parrish's stick, and Parrish just misses. Parrish working it up the wall. Throws it back down to Hold. It's out of his reach. Nice job by Hold to get a stick on that. St. Louis on their backhand. Great Harris with a big body check. And we're going to say no icing. Julius is going to be the first one retrieving it. Tries to cycle it to Lela. That gets intercepted. Greenspan on his backhand. Now the Blues have possession. Blues shot, and that's going to go out of play. .540, yeah, it's either a 9 or a 3, I can't tell. 5:49 left in the period. Penguins scoreless. Kaddish. Loses it. Blues have it. Point. Gets picked off by Holt. Here comes Holt on a breakaway. He's got a chance. Holt, hard shot. Oh, he hits the iron. And Holt had a chance to walk in a little bit further. He rips a wrist shot and hits the post. Greenspan. Julius tries to throw it to Shadish, and it's just out of his reach. Puck jumps back to Julius. These are for Villela. Penguins are going to make an offensive line change. Go cross ice. Got 3 Penguins chasing. Good job by McFall. And Julius is going to get a penalty for hooking. Actually, they're going to call Villela on it. But regardless of the number, Penguins are down. Kaddish wins it to the corner. Ofterhide, he's able to fire it down and clear the zone. We got to kill this penalty off. We can't go down 3-0. Nate Lewis tries going cross ice, out of the reach of the winger. He works it back up to the point. Slides it over to Mears. Mears back to the other defenseman. Down low. Shot, that goes wide. They can't keep it in. Mears slides it across. Receives his pass back. Works it up. They set up. Go cross ice over to Mears again. Lewis. Back to Mears at the top. Sets up. He's looking. Shot. Good save made. Ofterhide on his forehand. He can't exit it. Works it back up to Mears. Back across to Mueller. Up in circle to Mears. Mueller down low. Who's just play catch. Try to work it across. Mears has a little bit of a lane. He goes cross ice. Good shot. Save made off the bar. Star's able to bang that one out. Gossick's going to chase. Penguins are going to change the line. Mears has it. He's been out for an extended shift. He's going to get off. It's intentional. It should be. Official was screaming off, off, off. Penguins have 23 seconds left in the penalty to Villela. And Drezek to his D partner. Back to Drezek. First is out of it. Kills a little bit more precious time. 12 seconds left. Blues got maybe one more chance. Eller has it. Tries to go in towards the net. It gets tipped aside, but Patterson will pick it up at the point. Patterson shot. He scores. Kind of an innocent shot from the point. I think the Guinness couldn't quite see that one. The Penguins go down 3-0. Penguins got their work cut out for them. Opterheim. Over to Star. Works it up the wall to Emba. He's got a little bit of an angle. Emba throws it all the way across the ice, but nobody's there. Star chaps at it. Star is going to work the puck out nicely. By himself. Try sliding all the way across to Emba, but that gets blocked. Bebe and Emba play catch in the corner. They've had some good shifts. Good save by Star to keep it in with the left boot. They've had some good zone times, some chances, but every time St. Louis gets a chance, they just seem to score. Harrison works it up with Star. Star has it. Sets up. Here comes Zumabe, just off of his skate. It just jumped forward. I think the puck's bouncing around a lot. The ice is pretty chewed up after not even a full period of play. Penguins are going to make a line change on the forward side and the D side. Julius has it. He rims it up the wall to Greenspan. Creates a little scuffle. Lella leaves it for Julius. Puck jumps back to Villela. Just out of the reach of McFall. Lella kicks it up. Greenspan enters the zone. He's looking. Shot off the shoulder. Oh, it just jumps right over McFall's shoulder and stick as he takes a whack at it. Nice back check by Hold. Penguins. McFall's got it. McFall's got a little bit of a chance. Works it across to Hold just out of his reach, and Kelly's going to fire it back in. The pace has picked up a little bit now. Greenspan cycles it down low, but nobody's there to help. Penguins are in a line change. Here comes Zumabe off the bench. Zumabe on his backhand. Right, here comes Greenspan. Shot, that gets saved. Another rebound. It's bouncing around. Penguins can't get it. Shadish. Big shoulder into his man. Greenspan slows the pace down. Throw it up the wall. Frannis kicks at it, keeps it in. St. Louis can exit the zone. Shadish Zumabe playing defenseman. And Kelly has it. Kelly. He didn't clear the puck with the. It was just a skate, so that should have been an offside call. Penguin Shadish will take it. They just dump it in. It should be an icing call. They're going to say, no, the one official will call it icing. Going to have a discussion at center ice. They're going to say it's a center ice draw. So center ice draw. Shadish wins it back to Opterheide. And that's going to be the end of the first period. After one, Penguins down 3-0. Got some work to do in the next 34 minutes. See you in a few minutes. All right, we're back. We're going to switch sides here. If you're just joining us, Penguins down 3-0. Can't say that it's been a 3-0 kind of game. I mean, the Penguins have had chances, but it just seems like every time the Blues have a chance, they scored. I'd say Penguins had more of the ozone time. We don't have an official shot count, but it seems like I would be upset with the Penguins at the first period, but we just got to get the next one. Penguins need the next one in order to make this an interesting game. Can't go down 4-0. Star behind the net. Works it off to Hyde. Working up the wall. Harris plays with it. He can't get it out. St. Louis kicks it to the middle. Mears has it. He whiffs. Here comes Jack Reel. He's got a chance. Jack Reel goes with, he's got a 2-on-1 with Lacoste. Jack Reel cuts in. Tries to slide it across. Lacoste is way out of his reach. Opterheide tries to work it back in. It's a 3-4-on-2 going the other direction. That's offsides. Man. Did not call that one. Opterheide works hard behind the net. He loses it. St. Louis cuts to the middle. Works it back out. Miller has it. Back to, I'm sorry, that was Mueller. Mueller fires. That goes wide. Harris going to pick it up. Got a little bit of a chance. Works it up to Lacoste. Lacoste tries sliding across the reel. Gets picked off. Watch out. Could be a little breakaway going the other direction, but Julius angles his man. And Steer can't score. Here comes Shadish. Terrible strike. Shadish. Julius works it across to Villela. Rimmed all the way around. Gossick's going to be the first one there. He gets tripped. Julius with a hard shot on net. That goes wide. Shadish. He's it for Gossick. Works it down to Shadish. Emba chops at it, but he doesn't have any help. Try to work it all the way around. Shadish puts it back to the corner. Gostick has it. Gostick works it down to Emba. Emba tries to work it to Julius. He flips it off the stick. It jumps to Julius. He backhand whacks it. Keeps it in. Offside. Penguins going to have to regroup, and they do. Good shift by the Penguins right now. Work it all the way up. It's going to go on the net. Julius is going to pick it up behind the net. Works it around to Zumabe. It's just out of his reach. Puck jumps up the wall, and McFall's going to have it. Ball works. Can't connect with Gostick. Penguins work it in. Penguins make a D-line change. Rimmed out all the way around. Out of the reach of the Blues player, but we tap it right back to him. Brandis makes up for it. It's a stick on it. Ball works it to the point, but can't get it out. Brandis with no twig. Watch out. Penguins need somebody with a stick. Brandis is running around like a bull in a china shop. He's got no twig. Work it all the way across. It jumps out of the play. Harrison's going to pick it up at neutral zone. He's going to fire it right back in. McGinnis is going to stop behind the net. He's going to leave it for Kelly. Brandis still without a twig. Kelly tries to work in the center. Lavrov with a little bit of speed. And here comes Zumabe. Zumabe, hard shot, that goes wide. Oh, we need one. We just got to get one. Starr angles his man to the corner, but leaves it for a Blues player. He throws it across. Starr with a big shoulder, but he takes the worst of it. But this man takes the puck away from his man. 3-on-2 going the other direction. Here comes Lavrov. Leaves it for Hold. Hold shot. That gets blocked. Opterheide jumps in, keeps it in the corner. Emba throws it to no man's land. It goes to Starr. He's going to chop it in. It's going to be an offside call on the Penguins. The Blues leave the zone. Patterson. He cuts to the middle. Works right on the Ochterheide stick, and he just taps it in. Works at the Greenspan. Greenspan with a little bit of speed. He's going wide. Tries to get to the net. He gets tangled up. No call. And Ochterheide can't keep that puck in. Works across ice to Julius. Julius up to hold. Harris in the corner. Harris by himself working 1-on-2. They just chop it to the other side. Hold should be the first one there. Him and Greenspan play catch in the corner. Julius has it. Julius works it to Paris. That jumps off of Paris' stick, and Julius is going to chase. He's going to be the first one there. It's going to be an icing if it goes far enough. It won't. Julius works it hard up to Paris, and that's offside. Penguins have to regroup. Works it to Julius. Lacoste, and fires it in. Harris has it. He's in the corner by himself. He needs help. Harris works to Lacoste. Lacoste tries to work it to Paris just out of his reach. These are the kind of gifts where somebody takes a penalty for the Blues. If the Penguins keep it up. Real behind the net. Real has it in his feet. And it just jumps out to Franis. Franis throws it on net. Goaltender kicks it. Shot save made by Real. Jack Real with 2 chances to bury it. Penguins putting the pressure on. It's going to go all the way down. Kelly's going to pick it up. Kelly on his backhand. He leaves it for his defender. Walks out front. Good save made and a rebound score. The Penguins with a little miscommunication behind the net. That leads to the 4th St. Louis goal. Penguins have dug themselves a really, really big hole. Hey, you just got to keep playing. Never know. You get one here quick. Penguins come back. Lavrov with speed. He's flying. Lavrov puts in. Shot on net. Tries to rim it around. He can't. Lavrov comes out. Throws it back to the net. That gets gloved up by the goaltender. Penguins win the draw. Lavrov on his backhand, works it deep to Zimbabwe. He can't get to it. Starr has it. Starr gets hit hard at the point, but he keeps the puck in. They go cross ice. Good job by Ochterheide to kind of chop at it, hold on to it. They cuts the middle, hands it to Ochterheide, over to Lavrov. Lavrov, hard shot deflected. That almost went in. Ostic puts a body on him. Penguins trying to keep the puck in. They can't. Stars got to get hooked up there. No call. Puts a hard body check in. He works it to Gostick. Here comes Zimbabwe. He's got a chance. Hell, talk to him, Lavrov. Zimbabwe, hard shot. Lavrov, rebound, score! There's the goal the Penguins needed. So Lavrov slows it down a little bit. Almost does a little pass off the pad. And Lavrov buries it. It makes this interesting now, Nick. So we're going to take an ice cut probably in the next couple of minutes. If the Penguins could squeeze another one in and make it a 2-goal game with half a game left, could make it interesting. Let's see if they can build off the momentum here. Like I said, they've had a good game so far. They've had a lot of ozone time, a lot of good plays. Shots on goal. Goaltender for St. Louis has been really good. Penguin Julius on his backhand. Up to Greenspan. Greenspan over to Shadish. Back to Greenspan. Greenspan looking. St. Louis rims it around. They're trying to exit the other side. Lella with a big body check. And it will be an icing call. I think Tino's got a little you-know-what in his step today. He's a little bit teed off from yesterday's cross check to the face. If you're bored on a Sunday, you want to watch some more hockey, the 12s are in Detroit right now. Well, they play this afternoon. I'll give you the game time. My partner up in Detroit, Mr. Reeling, will be doing the broadcast. 13s are playing Bell Tire at 12:30. Catch a little hockey and then watch the Steelers. Penguins are going to dump this one down. It's going to go all the way for an icing call. So far this weekend, it's been pretty successful. The 09s, I believe, tied the number 1 team or number 2 team in the country. I think it's St. Louis as well. They had a victory yesterday as well. 11s are undefeated. Penguins are going to have a draw to the left of McGinnis. Penguins win it. Ofterheide pulls out of that, slides it up the wall. Emba shields that check, but puck's on his stick. And there's going to be another penalty on the Penguins. An interference call. Penguins are going to have to kill off this 2 minutes here. Penguins coaches didn't like it. I didn't really see the penalty, to be honest with you. They're going to call Gostick for an interference call. Rezick. And he whiffs on that one and loses the puck, goes back to net center ice. He just fired in, but it hit somebody. Be a delayed offside. Ofterhide's going to pick it up. Ofterhide's just going to fire it down, but it's going to hit McFall on the bench. Going to go all the way back to the Penguin zone. $18 seconds killed off the penalty so far. Ofterhide with it. He skate. Well, Ofterhide just shoots it into the netting. Guess we're going to have a break. Well, I don't know if I agree with Ofterhide's determination. I would have had them play on the dirty ice for the first, as long as you can. He just chips it into the glass. We're going to go to a break. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
leave it either. Right?
Kind of how the game started, a little choppy.
Bro, Chase.
The Lavrov. Lavrov works. Goes cross ice over to Ochterhide. Ochterhide down behind the net. Leaves it for Lavrov. He skate behind the net. He's on his backhand. Rolls out of it. Works it up to Ochterhide. Back down around, but no Penguin is there. All right, looks like we got it now. My apologies. I know my voice is so soothing. Everybody wants to hear it this morning. And St. Louis can ice the puck. All right, well, thanks for letting me know. Okay, so we're good now. So 1:09 left in the period. Penguins line up. Lose the draw. Shadish, usually pretty good at faceoffs, lost that one. Lella ties his man up. There's a little puck battle along the Penguins bench. About 8 guys all in about a 5-foot section. Puck jumps to the middle. Julius going to pick it up. He's going to work it out of the zone. Going to go back in. Villela has it. Villela throws it to Mears. It looked like it hit Mears' stick, but apparently they say no. "37 seconds left. Harris wins it. Ochterhide brings it all the way around to Reel. Better watch out. One of the defensemen, Starr, was up ahead in the play, but he recovered. 20 seconds left. St. Louis throws a shot on net. That gets blocked. Throws it across. And Starr kicks it. Oh, good play. Nice play by the defender for St. Louis. Mears, he gets a stick on it, or Lacoste would have been on a breakaway. And that will be the end of the second period. So after 2, Pittsburgh Penguins are down 4-1. All right, we're back. Penguins got a little bit of work here to tie this game up. They need 3. Harris, he loses it. Lacoste's going to be chasing. Osick, cross ice, all the way cross ice. Ochterhide's going to work at the Reel. Going to chip it off the wall. Penguins are onside. They chip it in. Lewis works at cross ice. Harris gives that young man a little, hey, how you doing? Have a face-off inside the blue zone. Who's win it? Tried to get a shot off. It doesn't get to the net. Zumabe's going to pick it up around the net. Oh, works it right to the net. Throws it in. Shot save made. Boy, they just let him walk right to the crease. Nobody put a body on him. Franis is going to keep that puck in, work it into the corner. Greenspan works it cross ice to Zumabe. Zumabe shot. That goes wide. And there's going to be a whistle. Say the net's off? Yeah. All right, we're going to do it again. Zumabe. I guess St. Louis wins that one. It's just a little scrum right there. The official wouldn't jump out of the way. It's Pennington. Went in against Franis. Zumabe throws a big shoulder check into the Blues player. Takes him a pick. Penguins on a 4-on-2. Back to Kelly to Zumabe. Zumabe shot. Score! Zumabe. Puts the big body check down low. Steals the puck, goes 4-0. Kelly makes a nice little pass back to him. And Zumabe buries it, low blocker side. The Penguins cut the deficit to 2. Yeah, it sort of was very Mighty Duckish. All right. Penguins cut the deficit to 2. See if we can get the next one. St. Louis has it. They work it up. Gossick puts a body check on his partner. Villela has it. Villela almost puts it into his own net. Tried to backhand it around. It works to Gostick. Gostick works it cross ice to McFall. McFall ties his man up. And it's going to be an icing call. No icing, they're going to say. Julius works it. Tries to work it up to the wall to Gostick. It gets picked off. Gostick kicks at it. Shadish. Gostick can't exit the zone. Jumps to Villela. Villela works it. Got a little bit of a chance here. Here comes Gostick with a chance. Find that trailer. He's got McFall. Cross ice. Hits the side of the net. And not quite sure why that wasn't an icing either. I guess they wanted to keep the game going. Carr picks it up. Carr works it all the way in. Penguins just have the feeling they got the Blues on their heels right now. Ochterheide cycles it back down around the net. St. Louis can't exit his zone. Lavrov throws the cross ice over to Hold. That's Emba, excuse me. He goes around the net. He forechecks hard. Lavrov does a nice job keeping the puck in. Emba tries to work it to the middle, and it gets hit the skate, and Blues go the other direction. Mueller tries a little pass. Watch out. Good save made by McGinnis. Off the shoulder. Ochterheide, sneaky, picks that one out. Leaves it for Emba. Emba and Ochterheide. Goes cross ice, bouncing around. Ochterheide chops it to around, works it in the middle. Lavrov, it just jumps over his stick. Kelly just going to fire it back in. Penguins have the advantage right now. Zumabe. He needs help. Get over there, buddy. Lavrov can't shove it back into the corner. The Blues are going to reverse, work with their D partner, and exit the zone. Going to take a bounce, and Lavrov has it. Job by Franis to make a little short pass to Lavrov. They're going to ice the. So St. Louis, like I said, they're on their heels. They just icing pucks right now. If I were the Penguins, I would put every puck on net. Keep pressing. Harris tries to work slip through. He doesn't. Penguins reel is going to be the first one on it. Kelly dumps it back around. Penguins are going to chase. Bill takes the wrong door. He goes to the left. He goes to the right. St. Louis exits. Try to work it across Frannis. Put a big body into his man. Bill's looking for the puck. Kosh just backhands it out. I don't know if it's going to get out. Bill can't exit the zone. Frannis on his backhand. Throws it up the wall again. Real has it. Real's going to chip it to the wall, and here comes Paris. Paris cuts to the middle. Fires one on that. Rebound. Good save made. Okay, Zumabay is going to take it. Holds right in the shooting position. It just jumps just left the hold, and St. Louis is going to exit the zone. Go to the corner. Greenspan's going to work on it with Julius. Going to chip it around. Valella's going to have it on his stick, and he just fires it down the ice. .10 left. Penguins down 2. We get another one here quick. It's going to be a really, really interesting game. A lot of time left in the game. The Penguins are due for a power play. St. Louis can't keep it in. Puck exits the zone. Was just playing catches. Zumabay is going to exit the zone with it and hold. Zumabay is going to come in. Cross ice. That goes to Gilbert. He's coming in the other direction. Hold just absolutely murders his play. Good body check by Hold. Penguins are playing more physical right now. Pick up the pace, boys. Julius takes a big hit, but he's no worse for that. Valella. Easy for Julius. Going to slide it up to the neutral zone. Penguins needed to exit the zone. Penguins a little flat-footed. And St. Louis scores. Making it 5-2. Ofterhide on his forehand. He fires it in. Jadish back down around the Gostick. Works it out to the middle, just out of the reach of Ofterhide, but he's able to put it into the corner and work it to Shadish. Shadish pulls up. Star back down low. Gostick in the corner. Just picks up to the wall. St. Louis tries to work it. Harrison's going to pick it up. Throws it to the net. Zumabay taking this one. Works it to the corner. Frannis on his backhand. Works up the wall. That's right to the player. Harris is going to chop it back in. St. Louis has the possession right now, but Emba steals it. Works it over to Lavrov. Lavrov shifty little. Going to be a penalty for the Penguins. I'm sorry, penalty on St. Louis for the Penguins. Works it to Franis. Franis shot. St. Louis maintains possession. And St. Louis is going to get a hooking call. So Penguins can get this back to a 2-goal game. Still 10 minutes left in it. And Franis takes an unsportsmanlike. So that's an even up call. Franis is going to get a 2 for unsportsmanlike. Does negate the power play for the Penguins. It'll be 5-on-5. Harris loses it. Moore has it. St. Louis goes far side. Up the middle, just out of the reach of Bueller. Gets worked on. Paris behind the net. Stars there. Puck jumps back to Ofterhide. Work it to the wall. Lacoste tries for real. Lacoste puts pressure, and St. Louis just regroups. They throw it up the wall. Onside play with goaltender for St. Louis. Just works it to Mueller. Harris puts a body check in. Hard. Tries to work it. He gets hit hard, but he's going to pick it up and work it to Real. Real's going to leave it for Paris. Paris is going to go wide. He's on his backhand. Pulls up. Real behind the net. Tries throwing it to the net. Lella can't keep it in. Gossick's playing defenseman. He leaves it for Villela behind the net. Works it up to Gostick. Nice sliding at the Greenspan. That gets picked off. Puck's bouncing. Kelly has it. Hold. Leaves it for Greenspan. Greenspan walks in. That's kicked aside. Kelly's going to pick it up. Behind the net. Penguins need help. Hold comes out. Hard shot. Good save made. Gostick behind the net. Works it out to Ofterhide. Works it to the middle. Back to Gostick. Hold. Cycles it down low. Greenspan has it. Greenspan throws one off the corner. Off the side of the cage. Another good shift by the Penguins. They're going to rim it all the way around, but Ofterhide's going to pick it up. Ofterhide puts it in on his backhand and just doesn't take a massive hit. Greenspan with it. Try to work it around the net. Puck's bouncing. He gets shoved from behind. There's a penalty. Lavrov has it. Lavrov walking in. Looks. Oh, he just misses the net over the glove side. Penguins, Lavrov with it. Pulls around. Works it back out to Ofterhide. He works to the middle. Over to Kelly. Kelly looks in. Around the net. Back out to Ofterhide. Penguins on an extended power play here with the Man advantage. Aufderheide shot. That doesn't get through. It gets blocked. They're going to say that St. Louis had possession there. And with 6:32 left, wondered if coach call timeout. Penguins have a chance to get one back and make it a 2-goal game. Goes right to the net. That's going to be gloved. St. Louis rims it around. Aufderheide keeps it in. Works it into the Gostick just out of his reach. Harrison's there with Lacoste. Gostick. Nice catch with Lacoste behind the net. Lacoste exits. Works it out to the point to Reel. Over to Aufderheide. Harris. Harris walks in. Tries to go cross ice, but that doesn't connect with Lacoste. Aufderheide back to the top of the circle. Harris goes cross ice to Reel. Reel shot. That doesn't get through. 1:21 left. Harris has it. Taps it back down to Lacoste. Gostick just got murdered in front, but no call. Gostick hits the referee with it. Tries to work it up. Mueller going to skate it in. Put it into the corner where Reel's going to pick it up with speed. Penguins been out for a while. They've been out for a whole minute. Reel loses the puck. Mueller slides it across. Gostick throws a big body check into him, and Reel's going to go the other direction. Penguins are just making some poor passes right now. Reel's going to pick it up. Lumabay pulls it in. He's on his backhand by himself. He needs help. Star works it to Lavrov, but gets that puck stolen. There's going to be 20 seconds left in the penalty. Emba exits his zone. Emba with speed. Penguins got about 10 seconds left. Emba behind the net. Works up to Lavrov, jumps over his stick. Star has it. Works to the middle. Emba down low. Looking for Lavrov. Here comes Dumabay out. Thought he stuffed that one in. He couldn't. It's all evened up now. Here comes the Blues player with a chance. Good save by McGinnis. .425 left. Hold. Loses it. Walker to side. Lella works on his man. McCall is going to chase. Arnold plays the puck around to Peterson. We'll say no icing. It jumped over Kelly's stick. Moore's going to jump in. 3:55 left. Penguins down by 3. Get all the way around to Kelly. Kelly just throws it to the middle. Hold has it. Hold's got a little bit of a chance. Hold works it over to McFall. McFall shot, and that goes high and wide. Julius keeps it in. Aufderheide's going to pick it up. Aufderheide works it to the middle. Here he comes. Still looking. On his backhand. Leaves it to one of the Blues players. It's not going to be an icing because it hit the Penguins puck. And McGinnis. You don't see a goaltender ice the puck very often. right, Paris will take. Paris wins it to Julius. All the way around to Real. Real exit the zone. Oh, nice little slip pass to Lacoste. Just jumped over his stick. Julius nicely keeps that in. Tries to work at the Real cross ice. Real has it. And exit the zone. Puck just bouncing around. Penguins play defensive. All the way around. It's behind the net. Opperheid's out there with Julius. Look it up to Dresdick. Dresdick pushes it back down in the corner. 2:24 left. Opperheid's just going to rim it all the way around. It's not going to get out. Mears is going to keep it in. Julius works across ice to Lacoste. He changes. Lacoste has it. Cross ice. Franis is going to pick it up. Penguins need 3. Emba on his backhand. Cuts across. Gets tangled up a little bit. Penguins put it on net. Put it on net. Dumabe. Shot. Save made. Boone's dumping around. Kelly keeps it in. Dumabe tries a cross ice pass. Gets clipped. Heads up. Over to Lavrov with a nice goal. Nice play to Emba. Hand it over to Lavrov. Cuts it to 2. Only a minute and 39 left in the game. Penguins are going to have to push. Dumabe to Opperheid. Expect McGinnis to go as soon as we get possession inside the zone. Dumabe works it cross ice. St. Louis will just dump it back to the D zone. Cross ice. Lavrov with it. Lavrov holding. Looking. Pull the goalie, why don't you? No, guess not. Say it's no icing. Steer for the Blues is just going to kill time. And Steer, I'm going to say no goal. I don't know. I thought he snuck around our defender and scored, but 48 seconds left. Penguins call a timeout. We'll be back next weekend in Columbus, I believe. We have a couple of games. Columbus. Pull up the schedule. Penguins play the Ohio Blue Jackets on Saturday the 8th at 3:30. Following day at 10:30. I'd say overall a pretty good weekend for the Penguins. They beat the number 5 team Fox Motors 4-2. Put a whooping on the Toronto Marlboros 7-1 yesterday. A little bit flat this game, I would say. At the beginning, I mean, the Penguins played well, had a lot of offensive zone time chances. The goaltender for St. Louis is a really good goalie. His statistics are up there as far as top in the country. Nonetheless, the Penguins had chances. We're going to have a face-off here. 48 seconds left. Harris wins it to the wall. Opterheide tangled up. Harris going to come out with it. Pull back up. Cross ice over to Real. Real chips it in. 30 seconds left. Rim it around. Can't exit the zone. Harris has it. Costa comes in. Penguins pull the goalie. Real has it. Works at the star. Cross ice to Opterheide. 18 seconds. Got to get it to the net. Gostick. Over to Gostick. Not doing us any good working perimeter right now. We're down by 2 goals. Got to get it to the net. Penguins can't bury it, and that will be it. And at the end of regulation, Penguins fall to St. Louis Blues 5-3. We'll see you next week in Columbus. Thank you.